We saw on their thing that they still had noon, so we're trying to get in contact with them. I don't think they saw the update. It said 10.
Where's Lola?
What'd you say?
Where's Lola? Yep, it's the fall. It's fall paper than red.
Don't comment.
You're not commenting?
No.
Hey, how you doing? Pretty good. How you doing? Good.
Oh shit, it's a motto that we're working on.
You used to work at Illinois City.
No.
Really? Okay, come on. You've been doing some good work though, Leslie. You really have. I enjoy those
Right at
stories. Yeah,
10 o'clock.
yeah.
Because they're leaving.
Yeah, how's it been for you? Like just kind of working out the kinks and everything.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I learned a lot, but also had fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. How much longer will you be with us?
At the end of this week and then all of next week.
Gotcha. Okay,
So
gotcha.
what is your
Okay,
schedule?
cool.
So
Cool.
this week I'm gonna do Friday because we lost.
Yeah, you all for a great start, I'll tell you that.
I
There's some
appreciate
great stuff.
that.
Yeah, definitely.
Hopefully it will
The first half.
It will. I'm sure it will. I am sure it will.
Okay.
And then I'll be off.
Are you looking to stay in the area?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
But who knows if that'll happen.
Right.
So, availability.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
For a couple weeks reporting.
Yeah.
As Josie trains and then Chris.
I don't know if I've already started to cover this story or not.
Whether I have or not?
But just the state.
Alright, y'all
I
know why
think
we
so.
late, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we know.
It ain't me.
Yeah. We I think Ted did something on it initially.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ricky texted me, says he's doing it.
I think the weekend's off for the rest of June. Which is nice.
I know, I'm excited when I saw that I had like a couple of them. I was actually thrilled. I said so many lines because I
Where'd you get that?
because
Yeah, we have a little more to do work to see. It's crazy because it really does taste the same, so you don't know that's the brand. Okay. Okay, thank you.
tell you about it later. And then I'm not.
Having a pretty busy week. Usually we do a lot of production, I've been doing something every day. I haven't been to a specific cookie for teens, for the county ordinance. Jen, do you know the county ordinance? Well, not for purpose, but it would be for like noise. But that's not about it. The overlay on the. Oh, okay.
It's just.
I think it is. They sent it to our library, we had 2 trash cans. There's 2 trash cans, but it was not. And then I saw like, freaking palmetto books, but they
Ew.
on the ground, I was like, we gotta take the trash out.
Press conference at 10 o'clock, y'all be late.
Can't move our doctor's appointments.
I'd give them hell after making their way, y'all on time.
We will.
Also, please make sure your phones are on silent.
her dog is punching all of us for response. That dude is a 2 earthquake. Like, he barely moved the ground, and it's literally science. But like, he did say he started on the I got so tired of it when I was like, leave. I am not going for another 1.5 earthquake. The first good thing was happening when I was out on vacation. So I didn't do the first one. You felt it? I think I felt one. I felt one in my apartment. And there was one day we could feel it all the way in Columbia. I thought a bus hit my window. Because it was just like, yeah, we thought like a train went by or something, but it was kind of shaky. Yeah. And I could hear the bus outside. We don't have the low top, so I have to get seen over on this. Yeah, I got some low tops. Thank you for using that word. When I say that, people at my station, I don't know what the license. The lightning connector for to your iPhone. Okay, I'm using my AirPod. For some reason. For some house right. And then I went home and sat at a table. And then I left. Looked at it. I guess I decided that I didn't need it. And then I was like, oh, I'll just go home after the rest of it. But I'm like,
Are you from WIS?
no, 86. Are you from WIS?
No.
Is anyone in the room? Are they in the room with us?
No, they're
Wait,
parking their
who are
4th
you
live
with?
truck outside right now.
Okay.
In Rock.
No, I don't
They're
know
live
your,
streaming
I know
their 4th
you.
live restaurant.
I don't remember the, I don't know what
The stations for everybody?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so
can use it.
WIS isn't in here?
No, that's what we're waiting on.
Oh.
They
Oh,
still
we're
want
waiting on-
these at 12.
Oh,
They're
okay.
waiting on us.
Yeah, I didn't see,
That's why you made the
like,
joke.
news
Oh, okay.
trucks in the
Okay,
circle.
'cause, yeah, they called me and was like, we're coming, and I was like, okay.
I saw that.
I didn't ask for it.
Okay.
But also didn't realize it was only
I'm with Chrissy
And we're-
Carter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Javon
Oh,
Harris,
nice to
state
meet you.
newspaper. Nice to meet you too. What's your name?
Caitlin.
Caitlin.
But you usually do politics.
So I just
Yeah.
recently relocated.
Yeah, they
Oh,
told me
okay.
I'm
From the state house
Well, that's too bad.
to now
It's
Pilot
like,
Courts.
I'm
Okay,
Yeah.
so,
That's exciting.
Yeah.
I like crime reports, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, like the state house.
Yeah.
Wait, so is Ted?
Oh, they told you all the time?
So,
Okay.
Ted's still here.
Okay.
He is moving into more enterprise type role,
Oh, nice.
doing kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of moving into his role,
Okay.
his role for him. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you have an assignment editor?
No.
Oh, okay, we were leaving.
Crime reports is fun.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Just a whole digital team.
And Also, you don't have to plan it.
Exactly,
It's
yeah.
like, things
It
happen.
happens, that's right.
Like the other reporters, they have to have like, we're like, oh, do you have your stories?
That's
Like, when you
right.
have plans.
That's right, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
That
the
is
only
my
thing is,
least
is just trying to do enterprise with all of it.
Yes, yeah, because it's chopped up your day, you know, you have breaking and this, you know, and you're trying to chip away at something longer, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if something else comes up.
Yeah. No, thankfully, we have a very collaborative whereby
Oh,
if I'm busy doing something more long form enterprising type stuff,
Yeah.
then, you know, we have people that can kind of fill in.
Nice.
I remember being secretive about it.
Yeah.
When I saw where it was, I was like, I don't know.
So, is TED doing enterprise?
I saw that.
Ryan
So it's
But I don't
more
know if it
of
was.
an enterprise accountability position. That's
Okay.
just gonna cover a variety of issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not just exclusively crime and crime,
I like that.
community as well,
Yeah.
the city, you know, the county,
Yeah.
that sort of
Work.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's gonna be similar.
Yeah.
Twin Cities is like safe, a lot of stuff to do, and then Milwaukee's like sketch.
And then John Box.
Breweries everywhere, so I mean, it's fun.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Like, in some press conferences, he
And
comes.
there's like a river, and people are
basically, John
Yeah, it's like
is
kind of like
the
the world.
veteran.
It's almost
So,
like,
He's been doing it
Yeah,
for a
it's
very
like
long
real
time,
time.
and it's kind of like now, it's like, he's,
How you doing? Good morning. And I'm not leaving my today.
I wasn't gonna tell them the fact that you had to stop by outside for a week.
Not doing that today. Not gonna do it.
Right.
No pressure.
Nobody's waiting on you just to roll up on the press conference. They gonna be good?
Waiting for it to come on.
All right, we're gonna start off with a video before I say anything. Draw your attention to the screen. All right, that's 22 seconds and at least 75 rounds that was fired. That's something that you see or hear on nightly news with what's going on between Israel and Hamas, but this is right here in Richland County. We're going to run it again, but I want you to direct your attention to this group over here. You'll see an individual that's got a long gun. You'll see 3 people with guns, and you'll see 3 cars parked at that lakefront. That's Team A. I'll show you Team B now. All right, this is a closer up of them. The 3 vehicles involved. There's the individual with the long gun. This shooting. All of these individuals have guns and they're shooting. All right, this is another team that's meeting up before, and they all got guns too. That's the crowd. That's another team. This is what our communities are being exposed to. This is what our young people are involved in. I've stood up here many times and talked about kids with guns. These are all kids, and these are guns. And this is why our community is living in terror right now, because of individuals like this that are just indiscriminately just shooting. Now, you heard automatic weapons being fired. There's numerous guns that are being fired. Different calibers were found. We found at least 75 shell casings so far, and that's probably not all of them. But that was 22 seconds of just continuously firing. The guns they're using, this is one of the guns that we recovered. Now, that is an extended magazine, which means it's really not made for that gun, but it can be used for that gun. This was a gun that we recovered, but these are extended magazines that we're seeing that these young people are getting into guns. Now, you may have not ever heard it. It's called a Glock switch. This Glock switch does not come on these guns. It does not come on the Glocks. These are being illegally made, and they're being placed on Glock pistols. And what it does is it will take a pistol that will shoot only every time you pull the trigger, but this switch will allow you pull the trigger one time, and every bullet in this gun, in this magazine, will shoot without stopping. Now, those of us who are trained to shoot automatic weapons, we cannot hold a gun that's on the Glock switch with extended magazine. We can't even hold it on a target. And that's with 2 hands. These individuals are doing it with 1 hand, and this is what's going on. This is what we're talking about, the spraying. This is what we're seeing. These are what these young people are getting. Now, this chaos was centered around the swimming pool, which most of the people that were there do not live in that complex, which is a problem for that complex that's allowed just it to be a community pool and not a community that lives there, just everybody comes. I fought parents that allowed their children to be there. These young people, those teenagers, you know, there's some responsibility that lies in with parents that will take their children, young teenagers, drop them off somewhere, and let them be babysat by the swimming pool. And this is what happened. This is the second shooting that we've had at this pool. A year ago, We had an individual that was shot and killed. We've made 2 arrests in that case. You've got 3 different teams, Team A, Team B, and Team C, that are running around the Northeast Columbia that are doing stuff like this. We've had 2 shootings at the Falls community that in some way is going to be related to these shootings here. Now, our deputies responded so quickly the other night that they actually saw one of the individuals with a gun running. We'll put his picture up. 17 years old, he is running with this gun that I just showed you. This is the gun that he had in his hand as he was running away from the scene. This gun had just been fired. Our deputies chased him down on foot and was able to catch him with this gun. This is one of the guns. We've also made another arrest this morning. So we have 2 arrests and we've recovered 3 guns. You know, this community was very lucky. We had 1 individual that was shot, a 16-year-old was shot. Non-life-threatening injuries at this point, but only by the grace of God that we have not had so many people killed because of individuals that you just saw up there with guns like this, with assault rifles that are just going into community and just spraying bullets all over the place. I've stood up here too many times and said, enough is enough, but enough is enough. You know, this has got to be a joint effort between the community and parents and the Sheriff's Department. This is not just a Sheriff's Department issue. We're going to do our job. We're going to be kicking doors in and we're going to be locking people up. We've already demonstrated that. We'll continue to make arrests, and we are going to make an arrest. But something else has got to happen. Parents have got to get involved in it. You know, the community's got to get more involved in it. If a community sees 75 to 100 kids at a pool and they know they don't live in that community, somebody needs to be calling the Sheriff's Department and get us over there quickly. Every community needs to have a community association, neighborhood watch, crime watch, whatever you want to call it. Communities have got to start looking out for each other even more than what they're doing now. They need to be organized. Parents, if you got a teenager, go search their room, go search their car, go search their backpack. Find the guns that they've got. That's your responsibility. Because if you don't, then your son may end up being the picture, that next picture I show up here, or your son or your daughter may be the one that I'm talking about who's dead because of these kids with these guns. You know, we know we're close to finish this investigation, but I thought it was important this morning to give an update on where we're at. We're also asking that the community help us out even more. I only showed you 2 videos of a lot of videos that we've got. We need more videos. They're helping out tremendously. If we can put the map up. This area here, we're asking anybody who lives on Longtown Road, Lake Village Drive, all these areas that you see, if you've got a Ring camera, surveillance camera, contact us. Let us look at your footage that you've got. We won't put you in danger. We won't put you in jeopardy, but you know, you've got to help us. You got to help the community. This is your community. You may not live right there where that shooting happened the other day. You may live somewhere else, but it happened there the other day. It could happen over here at your house the next day. So everybody needs to be concerned about this. This has got to stop. We're going to put them in jail, and we're going to do everything we can to keep them in jail. We're talking about 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 18 years old that are running around here with assault rifles, with stolen guns. And this gun here was stolen. This is a stolen gun. Nobody, you know, the man that we caught, young man we caught, what it didn't go by to the store and buy it. It's a stolen gun that he got his hands on. You know, we've got to get the guns out of the hands of these young people, and to do that is don't leave them in your vehicle. Your vehicle's not a holster. Don't leave your gun in it. You know, but we're continuously seeing that. So, you know, The update is we've made 2 arrests. We're gonna be making more arrests. We're gonna hold everybody responsible. This brings back the horror of what happened last year after a prom party at Meadow Lakes Park. The amount of bullets that were shot, the terror. You see these kids running. The terror, not only those kids that are there, but the people who are home. This is their homes. And you got bullets coming through the walls. Last week we convicted a man of doing a drive-by shooting where an older man was in his bed sleeping. And this individual did a drive-by shooting and shot the man in his bed and killed him. He got convicted and he got life. Yeah. Again, only by the grace of God, I'm not standing up here talking about that we've got 15 or 20 people dead. It's not because they didn't try. Questions?
Sheriff, defense lawyers will say, they're young, they're kids, and, we've seen many times these kids just get a slap on the wrist. Do you have any word to anybody prosecuting
Yeah,
these children?
go back to that first video. That individual you see running around there with that assault rifle that is just shooting all over the place, that ain't a kid. That is not an innocent kid. That is a hoodlum. That is a monster. That's somebody who's got a gun and he does not care. That is an adult decision he's making, and they're going to be charged as an adult. The 17-year-old we caught running away with a gun is charged as an adult. They're going to be held as an adult. This is what we need to look at. We don't need to look at him when they're all cleaned up and got a nice suit on and mama's standing there crying because he's a good boy. Where was mama and daddy at when he was out here doing this? Where are they at? Okay? So the community needs to see this. They don't need to see when they're all dressed up and cleaned and somebody's crying over them because it's too late because a parent didn't do what they needed to do. Some parent should have found that gun. Some parent should know where their child's at and what they're doing. So that's what I say to the defense attorney.
With summer having just begun and, we having this shooting, kids are bored, unsupervised outside of school, is there any concern that we're going to see a lot of this summer?
I don't know. I'm just praying that we don't. This isn't the first one we had. The 2 shootings that we've had at the Falls community has happened in the last probably 2 months. So this is a pattern we're seeing all over. It's not just Richland County. This is a nationwide problem. I'm not worried about somewhere else in L.A. or Chicago. I'm worried about what's going on in Richland County and what we're going to do as a community to stop it.
Sheriff, do you believe this to be gang-related?
There's gang involvement in this, yes. There's, when you have a group, again, you got to be careful on how you define a gang. When you have a group of young people who have got guns, who are all, protecting their group, that's a gang. I mean, they don't have to have any particular names. We don't go by the major gang names. They go by neighborhood names. These hoodlum kids all know each other, and they all band together, and this is what they do. You saw them all standing around the white car. How many of them are standing there? Yeah, that's a gang. You see at least these 3 right here, they're all together. That's planned. How they got the cars parked, what they're doing, this planned. This is a plan.
What is the department doing this summer to keep gun violence down for teens?
Locking them up. Those who got guns and we catch them with guns, we're going to lock them up. We're going to charge them with adults. The positive stuff we're doing is through our summer camps. We got summer camps all summer. You can have your young child go to a camp every week this summer. That we got them throughout Richland County in the schools. Got all kind of different camps: sports camp, character camps, science camps, different camps. We're doing stuff like that. We're doing our part. People need to stop putting this on us. We're doing our part. Where's the parents at, and where's the community at? Where's the churches? Where's the schools? Everybody else has got to step up too. We stepped our game up. Our game stays high all the time because this is a constant thing we're working on. Where's everybody else at? Where were all these parents at when all this was going on? There wasn't one parent there except those who lived in that community.
Do we know how many in total were out there and maybe the motive for this?
Yeah. We know the motive, but I'm not going to discuss that. The estimate 70 to 100 kids. And again, from information we got, very few of them actually live there.
Neighbors in that neighborhood are concerned about their safety due to this, like you said, being the second shooting that's happened at that pool. Do you believe that that neighborhood should add additional security measures?
Yeah, every neighborhood should have. One, we've talked to the management, and the pool is closed. That pool is closed. So you're not gonna have them there, but yeah. Every community needs to have cameras. Every community needs to have cameras. And they need to form a homeowners group that is very active, that looks out for each other. You know, when people who live there saw this many kids congregating at their pool and knowing they don't live there, there should have been 100 911 calls made to the sheriff's department. You know, let us respond and take care of it.
Some states are pushing to have penalties for parents who have kids that involve themselves in gun violence. Do you think that's something our state should be moving forward to?
I wish we would. You know, at some point, we're gonna have to hold parents responsible for what their kids are doing. Again, I said earlier, go search their room right now, go search their car, go find their guns. That's what you need to do as a parent. There ain't no privacy in their house. They didn't pay for that house. So, you know, why are the parents missing this? Why aren't they finding the guns? Are they condoning what's going on? All right, thank y'all.
My name is Javon Harris. I'm with the state newspaper.
Okay.
So I'm taking over for Ted. Ted's kind of moving to a different role.
What's Ted gonna be doing?
He's going to be doing enterprise accountability.